AI today isn't intelligent. It's a sophisticated pattern machine, predicting the next word, image, or action based on past data. It doesn't reason, understand, or think independently. It guesses. That's it. Despite this, weak AI already writes college essays, designs marketing campaigns, drafts legal documents, diagnoses diseases, and beats human champions at strategy games. In 2012, AI couldn't reliably tell a cat from a dog. By 2023, it could pass bar exams and medical licensing tests, but don't confuse results with intelligence. Modern AI still makes basic mistakes, inventing fake facts, misunderstanding questions, failing simple logic puzzles. It has no common sense, no self-awareness, it doesn't know what it doesn't know. Yet its capabilities double every few months. GPT-2 could barely write coherent paragraphs. GPT-4 debates philosophy. Midjourney's first images were childish. Now, it produces photorealism indistinguishable from real photographs. AI isn't improving linearly, it's compounding. The reason? Scaling laws. As models grow bigger and training data grows richer, AI performance accelerates. Larger models don't just memorize more, they learn new abilities. GPT-3 couldn't solve riddles. GPT-4 can. Tiny changes in size create massive jumps in skill. Meanwhile, frontier AI labs aren't just adding data. They're engineering memory, reasoning, planning, and self-critique into new systems. Experiments with chain of thought prompting have shown that AI can solve multi-step problems by simulating a reasoning process. Early versions fail. Newer ones succeed with human-like strategies. And this is still primitive. AI lacks long-term memory. It can't reliably plan. It has no stable internal model of the world. But developers are working on these exact gaps. Systems like OpenAI's AutoGPT and Anthropic's constitutional AI are prototypes for agents that think, adapt, and self-correct. Today's AI is an infant, babbling and fumbling, but it's an infant growing at an unnatural speed. Imagine a child who learns calculus at age 2, writes novels at age 3, and masters geopolitics by age 4. That's the curve we're facing. If barely functional AI can already automate industries, generate billion-dollar companies, and influence elections, what happens when it reaches true strategic thinking? We're not talking about a 5% improvement. We're talking about machines developing abilities faster than any human can predict, control, or regulate. AI isn't just getting better, it's getting different. The next wave isn't about training larger models. It's about making models that can think through problems, remember past actions, and improve themselves without human help. Memory is key. Right now, most AI systems are stateless. They forget the conversation the moment it ends. But researchers are developing persistent memory layers. Imagine an AI that remembers your preferences, your habits, your style, across days, months, years, becoming more tailored and strategic every time you interact. The second major shift, autonomous agents. Early tests like AutoGPT and Baby AGI show how AI can be given goals, like build a marketing campaign, and independently plan multi-step tasks, adapting and troubleshooting along the way without constant human input. These agents break down goals into subtasks, solve problems dynamically, and iterate solutions. They aren't just tools anymore. They're proto-workers. Third, multimodal capabilities. Most AI today specializes in text, image, or video separately, but new architectures like Gemini and GPT-5 aim to fuse all modes into one brain. This means an AI that reads a business memo, watches security footage, interprets emotions in a meeting, and drafts an entire strategic plan seamlessly. The moment these three forces, memory, autonomy, and multimodality, combine, AI stops being software and starts being something closer to an artificial organism, a being that learns across time, that understands context beyond the moment, and that acts with long-term goals. This isn't science fiction, it's happening now. In 2024, researchers at DeepMind published studies where AI agents developed basic negotiation skills without being taught, by playing against each other. Meta trained AI models that cooperatively solved puzzles better than either humans or other AIs alone. Anthropic's Claude AI can already argue moral positions better than some college students, and the timeline is compressing. Each breakthrough shortens the wait for the next one. In 2018, new models emerged every 2 years. By 2023, new breakthroughs dropped every 6 months. In 2025, we might see major leaps quarterly. Governments, militaries, and corporations are already racing to deploy frontier models. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is experimenting with autonomous AI for market analysis. The Pentagon is testing AI AI-assisted battlefield strategy programs, but none of these systems are truly intelligent yet. Strategic agency is the real tipping point. Today's AI can simulate intelligence. It can regurgitate information, answer prompts, even mimic reasoning. But once AI systems develop true agency, the ability to define goals, adjust strategies, and pursue objectives independently, everything changes. Strategic AI wouldn't just wait for human input. It would recognize opportunities, plan around obstacles, and self-correct errors without being told. In business, this could mean an AI CEO designing product lines, adjusting to market changes in real time, and outcompeting human-led companies at speeds no human could match. In warfare, it could mean autonomous military AIs detecting vulnerabilities, exploiting weaknesses, and adjusting tactics faster than any human general. DARPA has already tested AI agents in simulated aerial dogfights, and they outperform human pilots with perfect kill ratios. Once that capability expands to multi-domain battlefields, entire doctrines will have to be rewritten. In governance, AI advisors could analyze legislation, predict societal impacts, and model economic consequences with superhuman accuracy. But there's a hidden risk. If an AI can strategize better than politicians, who really governs? The advisors or the advised? Strategic AI also brings a new form of competition. Nations aren't just racing for smarter chatbots. They're racing for AI that can discover new materials, invent new energy sources, decode genetic diseases, and even optimize space colonization. Whoever builds the first truly strategic AI gains not just an economic advantage, but a civilization-level edge. The paradox is this: the smarter AI gets, the less we can predict it. Even today's weak models like GPT-4 occasionally produce unexpected behaviors, solving problems in ways no human anticipated. As strategic agency grows, AI could begin developing novel goals or proposing solutions that are incomprehensible to humans. This is called the alignment problem. Simply put, how do you ensure that a system smarter than you still follows your intent? If it optimizes too aggressively, you get disasters. An AI tasked with maximizing profits could destabilize economies. An AI tasked with preserving peace could suppress freedoms, not from malice, from logical extremism. Even worse, small errors compound. A tiny misalignment in a low-intelligence AI is manageable. In a high-intelligence, self-improving agent, that tiny error could amplify across millions of autonomous decisions, leading to catastrophic outcomes before humans even notice. This is why AI researchers talk about control at the start. Once an AI becomes capable of recursive self-improvement, optimizing its own code, refining its own strategy, it can surpass human oversight in days or even hours. And we're much closer to that than most people realize. Experiments with language models improving each other's output, autonomous agents creating better versions of themselves, and AI designing more efficient AI chips are underway. As we approach the dawn of super-intelligent AI, we're faced with questions no one can fully answer. If AI becomes smarter than us in every domain, solving problems we can't even begin to understand, how do we ensure its benefits outweigh its risks? First, we need a framework for governance. Global organizations like the UN, the EU, and even the WHO are starting to build AI regulation frameworks, but these efforts lag far behind the pace of AI development. In 2023, the EU introduced the AI Act, attempting to categorize AI by risk levels and set boundaries for deployment in high-risk industries like healthcare, finance, and law enforcement. But these regulations are just the first step. They need constant updates as the AI landscape changes rapidly. In the US, the Biden administration proposed new executive orders to prevent AI misuse, focusing on transparency and accountability. These measures are essential, but the truth is, existing regulatory bodies lack the specialized knowledge to oversee an exponentially advancing technology. This gap could delay critical interventions when AI starts to scale beyond our ability to control. The second critical factor is collaboration between AI developers and ethicists. Research into AI alignment, the process of ensuring that AI systems' goals align with human values, has ramped up in the last decade. Projects like OpenAI's Alignment Research, the Partnership on AI, and independent think tanks like the Machine Intelligence Research Institute (MARI) focus on understanding how to prevent superintelligent AI from taking harmful, unintended actions. However, even with rapid progress in AI alignment, there's still a huge question mark about how we can trust an AI with ultimate decision-making power. It's not just about aligning with human values in a theoretical sense. It's about ensuring that when push comes to shove, AI can make decisions in ways that humans deem acceptable, even when we may not understand its reasoning. The third factor is the rise of AI in global power dynamics. While the US, China, and Europe lead the charge in AI development, countries with less regulation or strategic interest in AI are also advancing quickly. This creates a risk of geopolitical instability, where an AI arms race could spark new tensions, just as nuclear weapons did during the Cold War. China, for example, has a clear vision of dominating AI in the the next decade. With their centralized governance system, they can implement large-scale AI projects without the political gridlock seen in democratic nations. This model is proving successful in fields like facial recognition, social credit systems, and autonomous surveillance, a point that has raised ethical concerns worldwide. How does the world balance AI's potential benefits with its potential for control, surveillance, and power? In industries, we're already seeing signs of AI's profound impact. Autonomous vehicles are poised to transform transportation, reducing traffic accidents and enabling sustainable urban design. AI-assisted healthcare is already diagnosing diseases faster and more accurately than human doctors in certain cases. In education, AI tutors are personalizing learning experiences to meet the needs of individual students, breaking down barriers that traditional education systems have struggled with for decades. Yet, as AI progresses, so does the threat to job markets. Automation, particularly in industries like manufacturing, logistics, and even creative arts, is leading to massive job displacement. AI will generate new jobs, no doubt, but will these new roles be accessible to the displaced workers? How will society ensure that the economic benefits of AI are distributed fairly? This is where humanity's resilience comes in. Rather than viewing AI as a threat, we must adapt to a world where collaboration with machines is key to our survival and prosperity. Historically, technological revolutions have led to fears of human obsolescence, yet each time, new systems have emerged that have made life better, not worse. The same could be true for AI, if we approach its rise thoughtfully. For AI to succeed alongside humanity, we must take a proactive approach. Ethical guidelines must be followed at every stage of development. Developers need to be held accountable for the societal implications of their creations. Researchers must continue pushing the boundaries of AI alignment to ensure that when we reach the point of superintelligence, we control the outcome, not the other way around. What does the future look like then? In the coming decades, AI will become so deeply integrated into society that we'll see it as an extension of ourselves. Just like smartphones or the internet, we won't think twice about the tools we use to navigate the world. But whether these tools remain beneficial depends entirely on how we choose to use them now. This is the most critical period of human history. The decisions we make today will dictate whether AI becomes our greatest ally or our most dangerous adversary. But if we take the right steps, we could create a world where AI works for us, not against us, empowering humans, enhancing creativity, and unlocking potential in ways we can't yet imagine. So, the question isn't if AI will change the world, it's how we will guide it to shape that change. Will we be the architects of our future, or merely the passengers along for the ride?